Hey, welcome back, everybody, to Writing Live with Brett McKay. Thank you for joining in. If you haven't yet, if you could subscribe, that could really help me. Just trying to get, a number of subscribers and followers. And, if you like this and you know other people that like this or that would like this, let them know. The more the merrier. This is just a concept I had for quite a while, and hopefully people are liking it. I just decided to start writing a short story, and before I started, I thought, why don't I just do that live? Well, it's sort of live. I record it and then upload it, but I don't do any editing. It's all straight right from the page. So we're going to look at, we've already done a couple of episodes. We've already done some writing for the short story called Dead End Mary. It's a horror story. I'm hoping to build another anthology of short stories. I love short stories. They're a lot of fun to write. They tend to have some really good elements to them in just a really nice short period of time. Anyway, this one's called Dead End Mary. I just had an idea for it and thought let's just go for this and see how it goes. So far I've written quite a bit. I was rereading just a little bit before starting this. I made a couple of changes. I'm sorry, I should have waited for the recording. Mostly all I did is I just deleted a comment up here that, was a conversation that was in response to this first one where Eddie whispered something and the main protagonist answered, saying what, and it just didn't feel right. So I just deleted that out. Then I moved a couple of things around right here. And I may end up still changing some names and some different things. But what I like to do is just kind of read over everything again and see where we're at, kind of get me started, get me back in the scene. So they're driving down a highway out in the middle of nowhere. Let's see. I'm just going to kind of breeze through this. You can kind of read it along if you like. Yeah, so I remember. So he was looking at the GPS on the phone. It says we're 2 minutes away. Dead End Mary is less than 2 minutes to appear, unless she pops in the cabins. Let's see. And they're questioning if he's going right. Let's see. Okay, so he's looking. It says the GPS says we're here, but he doesn't see anything. Clearly, it sent him to the wrong place. I had put the address in initially. I didn't find it. Found a general location in Highway 30, and I hit the go button without noticing it. It took us nowhere. It took us to nowhere. Maybe just get rid of that one. I'll play with that later. And remember, I might use a little bit of language here and there, just as it comes out natural, as I would think that the characters would naturally say. So just a forewarning if anyone's offended by language. But like I said, once again, that's pretty much all that's in here. Well, there's going to be some violence. I'm pretty prone to, putting some violence in. Hopefully, maybe not too gory, unless the story requires that or asks for that. One thing I don't really put in my screenplays or my stories are, sex or nudity. So as you can see, I'm fully dressed, so there's no nudity, and I will not be performing anything like that. So anyway, here we go. What happened? Oh, what should his name be? What should be our main protagonist's name? Oh, that's always hard. Oh, you know what? Looking back over this, I can see I made some mistakes. At one point, the very first time, I named her this other friend Vanessa. I wanted to change that because Vanessa's my daughter-in-law's name. I don't want, I don't want to have to kill this character off later on. Who knows? And that's my daughter-in-law. I would not like to do that. I changed it to Sam at some point, so I got to keep on with that. Oh, I don't. Sometimes this gets me stuck. back here just to this conversation up here a little bit. When Kelsey said David took us out in the middle, I'm going to say change that a little bit. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Where the friends own the cabin again? I don't know if I mentioned it. Seems like I mentioned it back here, so I'm going to look. Maybe not. Okay. Oh, yeah, James and Preston. Okay. was it again? It was Preston and who was it? James and Preston. Okay. How's everyone doing? Are you following along? As I'm writing, this is just kind of starting to flow a little bit better for me. As generally as the further you get into writing the story, usually a lot of things start to meld together and start to feel a little bit more comfortable, getting comfortable with the characters and how they react and how they talk, and things will generally start to run a lot smoother. And in that case, that's why a lot of times the most revisions for me end up coming from going back and rewriting the first few pages, first couple pages maybe, because then at that point I've known our characters more, I know our story more, and I can go back and just make sure that all blends in cohesively. So we've just got a few more minutes here. I like to just keep it at 25-30 minutes. Let's see what else I can put in here. Okay, I think this is a good place to stop. I think we've gotten a little bit more, we've gotten a little bit more written, and we're getting a little deeper into this, and I hope you guys are having fun. Hopefully you're writing something of your own. Comment back. Let me know how things are going. Maybe by doing this, you can be writing along in your own story. Maybe you can even be looking at this going, maybe there'd be a better way to tell this. I can think of a lot of other different ways. A lot of times that's what I do when I'm reading a story is I kind of read it, or even when I'm watching a show, I'm like, and I think I could have ended that better, or done a few things different. And that's what's fun about everything. Everybody has a different perspective on things and different creative experience. And so, hopefully you're all writing something and learning something, and comment back. Let me know how it's going. And once again, please subscribe. Share this with anyone else who you think might like to do something like this. And everyone have a great weekend and a great week, and just keep writing. Thank you. See ya.